in our community that our environmental is stacked against us, if our air and land is stacked against us, if our, education system, our support system, our financial system, our environments on many levels are all kind of off or jacked up, I wanted to bring you guys together to not bring dread upon the world, but offer some solutions because we're surrounded by talented people, and I don't want that talent or life force or positive energy to be extinguished, excuse me. I want it to be distinguished. Hence the podcast where these guys go around and they showcase local talent and businesses. I think we need that. We need to support you guys, our counselors, our teachers, our helpers, police, firefighters, whomever. We've all go through some serious shit, and sometimes we just need to muster up the courage to say, hey, can I talk to you? So the main focus of this was health. So I want to offer a few of my personal solutions. Fitness has honestly saved my life. It gave me purpose. It gave me direction, passion, drive, discipline, determination. A lot of things I wasn't really looking for, but I needed in my life. It happened that way. You can call it fate, religion, God, attraction, universe, whatever you want to call it. It was there. The topics we addressed today were tough, but in fitness we have to ask tough questions. What are we eating? What are we doing outside of the gym? How do our stresses affect our decisions? Ultimately, we have minimum control of what goes around, what goes on around us. What we do have control over is how we react to it. My personal belief, if my mental is strong and my physical is strong, we can accomplish a lot. We can go through life a little bit more protected. Our shield is a little bit more stronger. Our brains are a little bit more wired for potential threats, existential threats, local, all around us, stuff we can't address, we can't prevent. If we strengthen ourselves mentally and physically, I believe we can go through this life with the best chances and opportunities for success. In closing, advice and some of your outlets that help you, not only physical, drawing, art, anything that you can offer anyone that is kind of going through anything, just offer some help and solution and advice.
So for me, obviously the physical, like fitness, is a new one, right?
Yes.
Talking to people. So I'm very grateful. I have a really good support system, good friends, good family, great colleagues. Consultation, like she said, is really important, especially for people in the working field. Writing, I do write a lot, so I journal. I did some poetry too, to kind of help. Cooking.
Ooh,
so
that's a good one.
Something that I enjoy doing. So when people see that I'm cooking a lot, that's probably because I'm feeling kind of stressed.
Does she? Good cook?
Miss Viviana.
Yeah. Nice.
I think so self-care, I do try to make time for massages and things like that. So Groupon is your friend.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Just putting it out there. I guess for me, it's even when I don't feel like doing something, I make myself.
Do you feel better after?
I do, and it's something that I tell my students all the time. It's because when you're not feeling well, it's you don't have the energy to do anything. But
That's true.
it's like when you make the conscious choice to like, okay, like I don't feel like going out, or I don't feel like doing this, or I don't feel like getting up and working out at 8 o'clock in the morning. But after I do it, it's like you feel better.
Amazing.
You feel better. So it's like I always tell kids, it's like make time for fun. Like you may not feel like doing it to begin with, but once you're out and you're doing it, like you feel better.
Yeah.
And I guess like that's kind of like whatever that coping skill is. Hopefully it's a healthy one. It's something that you enjoy, something that, it's going to make you feel better and also distract your mind.
Closing advice to everyone watching. Tough subject.
I guess just like if you are dealing with something, like reach out to someone you trust. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be like a mental health professional, but it can be a friend and say like, hey, like I haven't been doing well. And then hopefully like that would be like the first step towards, finding healing.
Good. Thank you. Miss Mary.
Yeah. I agree with Lisette. I think reaching out for help, regardless of who it is always I would encourage and it doesn't even have to say like, hey, I need help. It could just be like, hey, I feel sad right now. I don't need you to say anything to me. I don't need you to do anything for me. I just need somebody to know and acknowledge me, and acknowledge that I'm hurting. Or that I'm angry or whatever. But I think a lot of times, for me personally, obviously, fitness has been a huge part of my self-care, or taking care of myself, I should say. And I think it's helped me in so many ways, and so I feel like I can't advocate for it enough. But also, self-reflection is a huge part of how I keep myself going. Because if I don't acknowledge what I'm experiencing, how can I help anybody else recognize it when they're doing it? So I do a lot of small reflections throughout the day and check-ins with myself, like, how's my breathing? Have I drank water? Have I eaten? Have I walked around the block? Or like, how long have I been sitting? And little things like that, just like really intentional pieces to my day. So the time doesn't, so it's my day, not the day goes by, right? Like
You're in control as best as possible.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Word of advice for all watching.
I think just know you are powerful even when you don't feel it, and know that you have there are so many resources that we can access. But if it's overwhelming, go to somebody who you feel like can help you navigate it. I think just reaching out is the best thing we can all do for ourselves.
Reach out to a crisis line. You don't have to give your name. Let somebody know. Like even if you don't want to talk about it, reach out to hang out with someone. If you don't have someone, then that's when I would suggest like a crisis line. Because not everybody has a friend to reach out to or a person they trust. Yeah. A lot of my clients don't. So reach out to like a professional place if you don't have anybody. There's even like chats, like some websites have chats where you can reach out. So do something like that.
In closing, I wanted to thank all you guys, ladies, professionals, in an unthanked job, I think, or not enough thanked. I want to thank you guys. In closing, my advice, fitness is my realm, but I noticed parallels between different fields. And if we start paying attention more, we're going to start noticing, I think we have a lot more in connection, humans to humans, than we realize. And sometimes social media can break that connection, which is weird because it connects us faster than ever before, but at the same time we are a little bit more disconnected. Fitness to me has been an outlet, and I hope many people can realize that and utilize that, whether it's here or somebody else. As we discussed, trauma's real. The shit we're dealing with is real. If you're feeling bad or in a negative state, reach out to any one of us. Reach out to somebody, hit a gym, paint. There's multiple things you can do. We are trying to promote some positivity. Mike, thank you for letting me steal about 4 hours of his time. I wanted to talk about this just because I believe I don't like seeing people hurt around me. I don't like seeing self-sabotage that gets under my skin and rubs me the wrong way. So I think we needed to make a statement, and I hopefully, if we didn't make a statement, we start a conversation. We bring a little bit more awareness. We bring a little bit more light and clarity, and a little bit more connection. So, in closing, thank you guys. What a tough one. See you later.